estate.
Me, and welcome to 3D ASMR. 3D ASMR. Today we'll be modeling a juicy peach. We're going to learn how to make a peach, juicy peach emoji. Modeling to texturing to lighting. Let's go into the video. I'm going to open Blender 2.83. I'm going to delete everything in the scene. You can hear the keyboard in the back. Like, yeah, that's a nice mechanical keyboard. Listen to that. Nice. I'm gonna add a cube. And I will add a subdivision modifier to this cube. It's already looking really juicy. I'm going to apply that modifier, and I'm going to also add a cast modifier with a factor of 1. Maybe scale up for a bit more juiciness. I'm going to reset the scale. And now I'm going to apply this cast modifier. And I'm going to add another subdivision of 1. And I'm going to get another cast modifier with a factor of 1. So I'm making sure that my sphere is really juicy. Now I'm going to apply all of these, and in edit mode I'll start to do some stuff. I'm going to go to the top vertex, press O for proportional editing, and I'm going to choose either the inverse square or the sphere, so I have a really smooth fall off. My mustache feels really nice against the microphone. Let's drop the top and find a nice form. Maybe something like that. I'm going to choose the smooth one because it's, smooth. We need smooth stuff. I'm gonna press G, Z, and drop it down somewhere about there. Control 1 to add another subdivision, and I'm gonna increase the viewport to 2, so my object is also smooth. I'm gonna choose the top vertex again, and now I'm just moving and working it into the shape of the actual peach. So I have a nice dimple on the top and a nice protrusion on the bottom. I can also bring the bottom up a bit more, make it flatter, so it's a bit chunkier. Now I'm going to choose the vertices inside of that, and I'm going to choose all of the vertices like that, so they go from the top to the bottom. I'm going to press Ctrl P, and I'm going to make a nice incision right there. Yeah, right there. I'm going to press I to inset, and then I'm going to push it deeper and bring it closer. We need to take care of a couple of things, namely these vertices. So the way I go about it is I select the vertices and merge them at last. I do the same for the top and merge them at the last one, and then I merge those two again. So I get this type of crease. I'm going to do that the same on the top. Now if I open my subdivision again, you can see we have a nice little smooth, cheeky crease. Stem is going to be dead easy. Whoops, I just moved my peach slightly. I'm going to undo that. I'm going to choose the top vertex, Shift S, cursor to selected, so I can start my stem there and not waste time in the future, because we don't have time to watch 3D designers do ASMR, so it makes sense that we make the most out of our time. I'm rambling. Shift A. I'm gonna add a cube. I'm going to scale this cube like that. Z-axis, drop it down like so. And I'll just do a quick, cheeky stem wireframe. I'm just going to extrude, turn off proportional editing, and start to work the stem a bit. You can hear the clicking of the keyboard and of the mouse in the back. I use UV gear, Lust, or Envy. I don't really know. I forget. And I use the big keyboard. That's really freaking cool. I mean, it performs beautifully. It works beautifully. I'm not sponsored, but you know, you never know. UV gear. Say hello at your boy. In any case, I'm still working on the stem. Control 1, viewport, shade smooth. And now let's insert that stem nice and easy like that. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna reselect my peach because I see some disconcerting lack of chunkiness on the top. With our stem inserted, now it's time to make the leaves soft, rustling leaves. Yeah. Add a mesh plane, pull it up, rotate it, scale it a bit. I'm going to make a leaf type of shape. Also, turn off proportional editing, so you look like you actually know how to do stuff. E to extrude. I'm just making the basic shape of the leaf. Then Control R, so I put like a nice little cross in between. Just going to move these bad boys down a bit and scale them on the x-axis so I get a better leaf shape. And it should look like this. Control 1 to add a nice subdivision like that. It's fine, I can maybe elongate it slightly more so it's a bit more leaf shaped. Increase the viewport, and I can add a solidify like that. Scale and then increase the thickness. We need to make it thick. But this is looking kind of strange, so I'm just going to push the solidify up, increase the thickness. Nice juicy thickness there. So it looks like that. And then I'm gonna add a simple deform and use that to control how my leaf bends. I can also go to bend and change the axes. Though if I want to do that, I need to first rotate it by 90 degrees. Sort of like that. Bend, Control A, and reset the rotation and scale, so it will apply a different type of angle. I want a slightly bent leaf, so it's like that. And then I'm gonna add another simple deform, and this simple deform is gonna be bent on the z-axis. And we make this type of shape, trying to fit the leaf on the top dimple of our peach, like so. In any case, I have to increase the size of my stem. I'm going to add the leaf right there. You don't need to be extra precise. You can just duplicate it, rotate it around, and now push it on the other side like that. You can maybe scale it down a bit so you have a bit of variety, rotate it a bit differently, and then add it like that to the stem. I'm going to press Ctrl S because I don't want to lose this project. It already happened before. Listen then. Wait. Now tell me that doesn't sound really nice. See what I told you? If you want a nice mechanical keyboard, get yourself a UV gear. Just need a vape break. So it's beach, mango, and passion. We can continue. Now it's time to start adding the materials. I'm gonna add one material for the beach. So I'm gonna go into my shader editor like that. Press bold Control T. Delete the image texture. I'm gonna put a color ramp. Connect everything and generate it. I'm also gonna go into my what's it called, the viewport shading. Now it's time to set up our beach shading. So gradient texture like that. Diagonal. No, diagonal doesn't work. Quadratic works. Let's rotate it on the Z and let's push it down a bit. Something like that. Yeah, boy. Now bring the location up. We want that nice distribution of beachiness. So I'm going to choose a intense peach color. Oh my god, these colors are so nice. Now I'm just dialing in a bit of orange. Something like that. Now I need it to shine just a bit. So I'm going to increase the specular roughness down. So I'm just at the edge, right at the edge of shininess. So this is too much. But this is nice and smooth. And I can use a bit of specular tint to dial it in. Like that. For the leaves, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's make it a bit darker. Let's make the top somewhere about there. Nice, shiny green. Just gonna add another subdivision surface so it flattens out my leaf. I'm gonna do the same for the other one. Maybe I could have done this a bit differently and be a bit more efficient, but what do I know? Paste the material, and this is gonna be my stem. I never know how to get that brownish color when it comes to this. Dear Lord, there's a stink bug on my screen. That stink bug. Lately we have been having a invasion of stink bugs, which is kind of disconcerting, but again, they're more of a nuisance than an actual danger. The stink bug just flew. But we can see that we have a nice little leaf, nice little beach. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that beauty. I just want to turn it around and look at it. I'm gonna set up an environment texture. I'm gonna set a veranda, I don't know how to say it, texture. Then I'm going to go to cycles. Let me just take away the film and make it transparent. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. That's a nice juicy peach. Now roughness is another term for juiciness. So if you want your peach to be juicier, you just decrease the roughness and your peach becomes much juicier. But I don't want to go overboard with my juiciness. I want it to be just right. Now it's time to finalize our peach emoji. So I'm just gonna add a plane like that. I'm gonna add a camera so I know where I'll be looking. Control-Alt-0 to put the camera where your view is, and then change it to autographic. I'll be posting this to Instagram, probably. Just set up a resolution of 1080 by 1080, and now I'll increase the orthographic scale so my peach is nice and juicy inside. And I'm going to scale my background like that. Maybe I'm going to drop it down like that, and I'll give it a nice bluish tint. Now this peach needs a bit of personality, and the way I usually do personality is by adding a face. In this face, I'm just going to make it real quick so I don't have to lose too much time. And I'm going to give it like a cute little smirk like that. Yeah. I'll add a simple material. Black with a lot of shininess. I'm just going to choose my whole peach. Shift D to duplicate it, and I'm going to add another one so I have just a bit of interaction. Shift Z to see how they look, and they look absolutely tasty. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this 3D ASMR tutorial. This is the sound of you subscribing to this content. the subscribe button. So yeah, this was a 3D ASMR experience. We have joined pleasure with teaching, which has never been done before. If you like this type of content,